Hello, I am Test Drive, and welcome to a brand new Let's Play. As you can tell by our little title screen here, I'm actually going to press start so it doesn't play anything randomly. I think it did actually just play something. But welcome to our Racing Evolution, made by Namco, released in 2003. Yeah, this was an interesting bit of a deviation from the existing Ridge Racer series, focused more on like track racing and having a story, and it's like the car PG kind of thing, I guess, except for you not really like there's not too much RPG stuff. It's just like a story. But welcome to our main menu here, and you'll notice that I actually own 2 copies of this game, one for PlayStation 2 and one for the Xbox, which I'm currently playing because I have fixed my Xbox by buying another Xbox that just so happened to have a gigantic hard drive in it and a working disk drive, and then I put that stuff into my old Xbox, and so now I'm using that Xbox again. And I am excited to be using the Xbox again. I really missed actually playing Xbox games. So yeah, I'll talk more about it in a bit probably, but I figured my next Let's Play should be something on the Xbox, so therefore here we are playing our Racing Evolution. So before I talk too long about other shit, here we are at our main menu. We have Racing Life, which is the main career mode of the game. We have Event Challenge. I don't know why I said Ent. Purchase and enter various racing events. Cars can also be purchased and upgraded. I don't really know what that is. I'm going to focus on Racing Life for the first part and see what else happens. We have an arcade mode, which is just a normal pick a car, pick a track, pick how many opponents, stuff like that. And then time attack, which is just do all that but with no enemies. Versus, which is for if you have multiple controllers plugged in and you would do split screen. Garage, which you could see all the cars you have unlocked in the game. You actually have a movie theater too. Oh, demos. Oh, I see, okay. So I could actually re-record stuff if I wanted to. That's interesting. So we have a replay theater as well. We can save replays and view our car collection, which there's nothing really in it right now. I'll look more at that later in the game. We can save or load, which I have. I've play tested this game a little bit, so there is a profile on here with 7.2% of the game done. I played for like 15 minutes. It's gonna be a short game. That is one of the main things I was looking for when I was looking for a new game to play. And finally we have our options down here, which I will actually adjust. We have our controller settings, which you can actually select different things, which is interesting. I'm going to be using X and Y for shifting up and down because I don't really have another option, I guess. We do have a multifunction display option with the D-pad there. Change view, rear view, handbrake, or vibration, and we could set it to default, but I will leave it as is. Sound, I'm going to actually turn... I don't know if this music's copyrighted, but I'm going to go ahead and turn it down just a little bit. Actually, the radio, I think, is something different. BGM is the one I want to turn down. I don't know if the music's copyrighted at all. And if it is, I hope it's not blocking the videos in every country kind of copyrighted. Change our settings for the main screen, which you can actually individually turn things off, which is pretty cool. A lot of customization in this game so far. I'm going to leave everything on because, yeah, we can adjust our screen because it's an old game made for CRTs. We can change wheel settings, which I do not have a wheel for the original Xbox. I did actually have a Mad Catz MC2 back in the day, though, that I did use, but not anymore. So, I think that's everything we need to worry about. So, we'll actually go ahead and I'll go ahead and save. Actually, no, I'm not going to do that yet. I lied. We can actually just go ahead and do Racing Life first. An immersive story-driven mode about Renna. There are 14 chapters in all. And what I think I'm going to do is make each chapter a different video, which means that some of them are going to be very, very short videos. But you know what? It's going to be a short game, so I don't care. So we'll make each individual chapter I can't even access the chapter menu yet. No clear chapters exist. So you can replay cleared chapters. You can continue playing from a save, or you can start a new one. Start from the beginning, all previous data will be lost. Sure thing there, bud.
We have a male in his late 20s with head trauma and severe loss of blood. Prep the ER. We'll be there in 20 minutes.
Damn it. He doesn't have 20 minutes. Do it in 10. Don't you know any shortcuts?
You want shortcuts? Well, I'll show you some shortcuts. Hold on to your seat and onto his oxygen mask.
Where did you learn those moves? Do you race?
Well, yes, every day. This is my rig right here.
You were incredible. If my intuition isn't failing me, you have real potential. We've got a very important race today, one that we can't afford to lose. Do you think you could do a little overtime on the racetrack?
Whoa. So there's our introduction to the story. There's our main character, Rena, who is basically who we're playing as. And our first chapter here takes part on the Twin Ring Motegi Super Speedway for 3 laps. We got the Tomaso Pantera Cup. A lot of celebrities come to compete in the one-make exhibition race, but occasionally you get a serious contender. I'd like to see you win this one. So that's our first goal, is to win this, and boy howdy, this sure is an early 2000s game. Oh my goodness. So we have a bunch of options we can select here. We can see our car. We have the Pantera GTS. Very cool, very cool. We can't actually switch because that is what we're stuck with. We change our transmission, which I will go ahead and do. Difficulty, I'm going to actually put on hard, just because in my playtesting of this game, it doesn't seem to be very difficult. So I'm going to go ahead and just run with everything kind of off. And then we can also go down to settings here, which is actually pretty in-depth for like individual car settings. But what I want to do is change the ABS to off and TCS to off, because I don't need them. Go and confirm that. And that is all we have. We can't practice, and we cannot return to round 1 because this is round 1. So let's go ahead and start our race. I'll just let the game choose whichever BGM it wants to. I don't really know or care about anything. We get a little introduction video. And the knowing among you may be like, doesn't this game support widescreen? And to be fair, yes it does. But it only supports widescreen for the 3D assets, as well as like the speedometer or the tachometer. So it would stretch all the videos and stuff, and I didn't want to do that. So therefore, I'm playing this in 4:3. He's also saying stuff to me. Basically, he's like, "Oh, you gotta pass people. You gotta win." So here we are in a race. As you can tell, I'm already intimidating somebody apparently. Also, this game has engine sounds of all time in it. You'll learn that over this Let's Play. But yeah, we can like intimidate people if we stay behind them. But otherwise, we have our various things around the screen. I need to actually see what the D-pad does with the multi-function display. Oh, so you have a top speed. I don't know how to get rid of it now. I'm gonna try and not hit anybody. Oh god, I hit somebody. Yeah, the engine sounds in this game, probably its weakest point so far. The physics are okay. They are responsive, and the car does things that you tell it to do, so... You can also just... At least there's subtitles for whatever What's-His-Face is saying, so... I don't have to worry too much about that. One more lap. I have to pass one more person. We also have 2 different camera angles. We have a bumper cam and an exterior cam. That is all you get. And you can look back. And that's about it. I think. Aoki, Steve Aoki. Yeah, even though this is the first race, you can tell, oops, not exactly the most difficult race to win, for sure. Oh god. I've goofed. Don't pass me. Haha, I win. Woo, I won! I get to be in the spotlight. Woo, yeah. And right after that, we get a replay. I can display on, which just puts has a display on it. Why is that flickering so bad? I don't really want the display on. I don't know if I can change camera. Oh, I guess I can. What is this angle? So I guess I'll watch this and get a replay or a thumbnail off of this somewhere at some point, because that is chapter 1. Fun fact. Like I said, these chapters are gonna be very short, especially like the beginning. I think, or the chapters in the beginning are like way shorter, because I've been recording for 10 minutes and 54 seconds. So I'm gonna see if I can get a good angle for the camera on here. Don't think I have any other options of like cameras I can pick. No like photo mode, so I guess I'm dealing with whatever the game gives me, which is pretty cool. Yeah, something out of some of this. There we go. Something out of that little section there can work. So we'll go ahead, continue on, and hey, that wasn't bad for your first race. I guess my hunch was right after all. Get our little information here. My average speed was 130.09 miles per hour. Very cool. Here are your roleplay earnings, racing points, I think. But every time I see RP, I just think of roleplay. I can't help it. So now I have 339,000 roleplay points, which is pretty cool. And we got the Pantera for our own usage, which, to be fair, we had that anyways, because you can always choose it. I actually don't know how any of that works, because you can choose like any car and any track in the time attack mode. But yeah, we can retry, we can save replay, we can go to next race, go to the select screen, which I think is a racing live screen? I don't know, because there's two options. There's main menu and also select screen, and I don't know. But that will conclude this first little episode, I guess. So yeah, short episode, short game. We'll see. But I will see you all in the next episode.